excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The spirit of these fans not dampened by the weather. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, nice and dry up here in the booth. But Greg, rain throughout the day, going to rain on into the night. So this one is going to be a little bit of a challenge for these players.
Yeah, Mike, and even as you said it, you're exactly right. Down on the field before the game, the field looked in really good condition. But the number one decision, you got to be in there as a player, talking to your equipment staff, get the right cleats. The length, are they molded? Are they screwing? How deep are they screwing? Make sure when you come out and that game kicks off, you are...
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
You know, some weeks, Mike, it just seems like you just can't do anything wrong. Every play, every throw, it just seems like everything goes your way, and that was certainly the case last week, throwing for over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Tell you what, his receivers, they're coming into every game saying, we're going to get a lot of opportunities, and their quarterback can continue to play at that high of a level. There's a lot of production to go around. I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league, and it results in a negative play.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away.
Well, here early on, if this pass rush continues to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. They're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mix in some play action, keep this pass rush off balance.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught.
Offside, defense. Still 1st down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. In motion, it's Jackson. They'll look to throw. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in bounds. 2nd and a yard. Slot receiver, headed right. Back to the air one more time. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his defense will take over here following the interception.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike. They've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
This crowd ready in anticipation, their offense taking the field for the first time. And taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his third year in the league.
We had a chance to sit down with the quarterback this week, Mike, and we asked him, we said, can you put your finger on what went wrong last week for what was a pretty rough outing? And he said, if I'm being honest, I didn't have my best week of practice. I practiced much better this week, and I'm expecting it to carry forward into the game. He can continue to get better, and they can show that they can win when he doesn't have his best stuff. When he plays a cleaner game, this is going to be a tough team to beat.
Throwing right, it's taken in, and they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Throw right side, pulled in by Mitchell.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down. He'll look to throw. He gets this complete to Mitchell. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
That's in the end zone and intercepted.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The visitors' offense ready now for their second drive. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw here is complete. A peek at his receiving numbers from a week ago, part of the offensive performance that led them to victory. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. In motion, it's Jackson. Here's a first carry for their running back. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. So, 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. They motion the slot man left. On third down, they'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
Looking up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for, and taken successfully. The home team's offense ready for their second possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll stick with him again. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. He'll get this out to the left flat, and they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4. The motion man here is Mitchell. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 8.
They'll try to get this one on the ground.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
So, 4th down, and out comes the field goal unit. They'll put this one down at midfield. Here comes a 60-yard attempt. So a turnover-filled first quarter has come to an end. 0-0 is the score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. So the move is for the field goal unit here. They'll put this one down at midfield. Here comes a 60-yard attempt. This one runs out of steam off the crossbar and comes back. No good. And this will remain a scoreless game. The visitors' offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a 1st down. He'll start this drive by keeping it himself. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
In trouble, and down he goes.
This offense just continues to struggle to find any sort of rhythm. And now part of it is self-inflicted wounds. But the vast majority of their struggles has just been their inability to pass protect. You can't expect your quarterback to settle into the game and have any confidence operating out of the pocket when the second he hits his back foot, the play's over.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. A throw on the move is caught. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down. Here's their punter now. They'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. This drive will start on the ground. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. This one, uncorked, looking for Woods. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
I've been around certain quarterbacks, Mike, that loved throwing the ball in the rain, and other quarterbacks who were very uncomfortable. It looks like this one kind of got out of his hand, a little wonky, and that ball gets away from you just enough. It's going to end up falling into the wrong hands and go the other way.
The visitors' offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start with a short field, looking for the first points of this contest. And they'll begin 1st and 10. In motion, it's Jackson. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 37-yard line.
Throwing now from the gun. That's over the middle and intercepted. And this defense will take over following the turnover.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
The motion man here is Mitchell. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
He'll find Woods. That one is caught. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Thrown left side. The catch is made. It's a gain of 10 yards. That's enough for a 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be taken down.
Wow, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop it.
Here's a run. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
And he's close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him short, put him down at the 1.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, Man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line. What can you say about the effort of this defense, Mike? I mean, they find themselves backed up their heels on their own goal line, and not only do they come up with a big third down stop, they take them back for a loss, brings up fourth down, and wow, they got a chance to make a huge goal line stand.
And this is caught. Wow, the decision to go pays off for the score. That his first touchdown of the new year. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense getting set to get back to work. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yards, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be third down. They'll throw out of the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. On comes the punter now, as he's on here to punt this one away. Man. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drop. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Now fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. In motion, it's Jackson. Throwing now on 1st and 10. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Got to get this to the 25. Here's 3rd down. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have one remaining. And they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. Third down, they'll try to get it on the ground. Now a second timeout called by the defense. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter. Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13. The home team's offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
The offense is trying to stretch the field vertically. They're trying to put as many receivers into the coverage deep as possible. But you know what you need? You need time. You need to allow those guys to get downfield. But when you have a pass rush like this, they don't let that time unfold, and that pocket collapsed and results in a sack.
And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold them to 2 and bring up third down. Just the lone touchdown in that first half of action. 7-0 is our score. As we send you to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with the EA Sports Halftime Report. It's all yours, Coach.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and a big tight end momentarily. But first, let's give everyone a look at what's going on around the NFL. Next, we head off to check out another game. And as you see, they were winners earlier this afternoon. Joe Burrow, 3 touchdown passes as his guys stay unbeaten on the year. And then lastly, on Monday Night Football, those fans will be riled up as it'll be a good matchup between their guys and what equates to be a very tough opponent.
Coach, thank you. And the rain only intensifying as the teams are back out here for what figures to be a sloppy second half to come. Now return coming from the 7th. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Here's a 2nd and 12. Now, faking the give. Catch made. That's Woods. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here comes 3rd and 6. Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And this defense has really had their way so far. intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. He gets this into the hands of Green. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. In motion, it's Jackson. They'll look to throw. That one knocked away and incomplete.
This has really just been the story of the entire game. They just seem out of sync, don't they? I mean, they desperately need to find a way to just get some points on the scoreboard, any way it takes. They don't complete on the deep pass there, but keep shooting for it, because at some point something's going to break your way, and they desperately need it.
A pickup of 12 yards, and that will be a 1st down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, ball's on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2.
47-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. The shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. So now this team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he's going to be taken down up around the 24-yard line. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. To the air now on 1st and 10. To the right side here, pass is caught. 12 yards on that hookup. That's enough for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
He'll look to throw. That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted.
Look, Mike, the reality here is that he's just not seeing the field the way that he needs to. Now, give credit. A big part of this is the defense doing an excellent job disguising its coverages all game long. Just before the snap, when he thinks he has the answers, the secondary changes the questions, and they've been rewarded with 3 picks for their effort.
This team's offense starting to trot out for this next possession. Greg, sitting up here with you, this is not the same energy we saw from this team at the start of the game. How much has the defense kind of sapped it out of them?
Oh, I think it's a big factor in this game, and when you start taking the ball away at the rate that they have today, it takes a lot of the confidence out of the offense, and I think that's the body language that you're referring to. There is a lot of doubt creeping in to this offense, and it's almost becoming the point where you don't want to be the guy with the ball because you're afraid you're going to give it up. And when it gets to that, man, as an offense, you're in trouble.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. To the back of the end zone, he's got it! Has a touchdown!
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
The kick is good. That ties the game at 7.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Throwing right, it's taken in. First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and a first down. Throw right side, pulled in by Mitchell. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. That's caught. It's Mitchell.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. We're all set to kick this one away. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. This offense and their wide receiver heading back onto the field. A low-scoring game, all tied, 3rd quarter, and a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. 1st and 10. Taking off. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
Here's 1st and 10. Now a give on the ground. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. A handoff as they try to run it here. And that'll give them a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 3. First down, San Antonio.
Slot man in motion left. Now this time they'll look to throw. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Slot man in motion right. He'll drop to throw. Quick throw here is complete.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that. One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Tie game. 4th quarter. What a sequence looming here as we get to 1st and goal. This is intercepted.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. And he'll work his way forward to about the 21. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down.
The gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 5.
He gets this complete to Mitchell. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a 1st down.
You get in these situations, 3rd down, tie game, 4th quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You are going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback, and he continues to come up with these 3rd down pickups. He continues to extend this drive. He's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late.
Up the middle they go. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down.
That's the gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
That's into the hands of Tucker. He's got it. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's a run going left. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain. He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
This one has plenty of leg. And it is good. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. First and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Throwing now from the gun. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. In motion, it's Jackson. They'll look to throw here on first down. A quick throw, that's complete on the slant. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here's second and 2. Back to the air one more time. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him.
That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream, a pick-6 for touchdown. What a time for a pick-6 for the defense. As the other team is trying to get themselves right back in this one, the defense extends the margin with the pick-6.
Yeah, just a critical moment. You find yourself on defense, Mike, trying to hang on to this lead. And not only do you do that, you pick-6 them, and you're able to extend that lead.
Point after try forthcoming. He knocks it through, and his guys will get out in front 17-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Right back to the air following that pick-6. He's got room past the 35. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a first down. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down. They motion the slot man left. On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out, go up for an offensive rebound, and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but If they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from...
Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. And this defense comes through with the turnover.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down. They get him back at the 5-yard line.
They just have to be better on 1st down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on 1st down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. He'll find Woods. That one is caught. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
A gain of 14 yards brings up 3rd down.
Open man, right side. He's got it. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. So, 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And quickly, the clock stops again. Defense taking the timeout. $1:54 to go. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big 3rd down pickup for a 1st down. That's his 2nd catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.